Yo, what's good everyone? So today we have a guide on movement with Claudio. So what we're going to cover is, first we're going to cover how to backdash, and then we're going to cover how and when to sidestep, because obviously I've done a lot of these analysing videos and we've seen that a lot of people are struggling with how to move with this character, well, characters in general, they're all pretty much the same, like how to backdash, how and when to sidestep, you know, certain frames and stuff. So I'm just going to cover on how that is. So first we'll start off with the backdash. So as you can see on the screen, I've got a controller which is linked up to everything that I'm going to do. So the backdash that you'll see, that I've seen most people doing, is just this, and like holding back and stuff, and then like maybe like this odd sidestep into backdash. And if you see how slow it is, like you're not really going to get anywhere compared to the backdash. Look at the speed of the one that I'm doing. So I'm just going to show you how to do that. So the input for this is back, back, down, 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 back, back. Because you're cancelling the movement with the down back frame into another back, and it's just the speed of it. So if you look at the controller, it's back, back, and you go down, back, back, down, back, back, down, back, back, and you'll see that this is the input that you're getting. And obviously this is for control. It's the same input as on like the stick and hitbox. You can cheat a bit on the hitbox and mixbox stuff with the other inputs, but you'd have to look at their videos. But that's the actual input for it. So you always start with the double backdash, and then you're literally just cancelling that. So it looks like you're bopping up and down basically, and you just try and increase the speed of being able to do this, and then this is what it'll look like. And as you can see on my controller, it just looks like I'm flashing, and you can see on my inputs there I'm just doing down and back, back, down and back, back, down and back, back. That's what I keep doing. So that's basically how you backdash. It takes a long time to get used to being able to do this. Obviously for me, it's natural now because I've done it for so long. But yeah, that's all the input is back, back, down, back, back, down, back, back, down, back, back, and so on and so on. And you just keep going and try to increase your speed. If you want to keep going for longer, all you got to do is go in a big stage, select stand and approach, and just have the opponent chase you down, and you'll just keep going backwards, and just for as long as you can do it. Now I haven't got the best backdash, there's definitely a lot better people that are doing it better than me, but if you can do this backdash, it can definitely help you get out of a lot of situations, and it's so helpful, like making people whiff and stuff, and just not being like just doing this. Look how slow this is, or this, like you can't really get as far, so people can like press you a lot more. So yeah, I definitely learned how to do that. Right, so now let's talk about the sidestepping. So I just want to say beforehand, so people don't get confused, is that sidestepping is not 100% foolproof. There is homing moves, there is moves that just track both ways, either way, that are not homing. So you cannot sidestep around every single move. And now that's not the aim of what you want to be doing anyway, because you're just going to get hit all the time if you think that's possible. So the way I figure out how I sidestep is, number one is knowing which side the character is weak to. So I've picked Claudio because obviously I know Claudio the best. Claudio is weak to sidestep left. So I know that if I'm wanting to sidestep against Claudio, no matter what I do, pretty much all the time, I'm wanting to go this way. Now, knowing when you can go that way, frame-wise, is a good thing to learn. So the way I seem to practice knowing when I can sidestep at what frames is by doing a move that is something on block of that. So for instance, if we do, and always check with the quick mid, so I'd say an I-13 mid. So for Claudio, this would be back 3. If he was playing, I don't know, Law, for instance, down forward 1. The 13 frame, the quick mid, is what you should always check your sidestep against, because they're the ones that you can that are normally going to get thrown out in neutral the most. So that's where you want to check. So we're just going to go through when we can figure out when we can step. So first off, we want to go +1. Where the opponent's +1. Sorry, I didn't do the back 3. Okay, so we know that on block the opponent is +1. So can I sidestep the mid with it being +1? I can. So when I'm at -1, I can sidestep the mid. Obviously, it could do back one. I'm just saying we're gonna go off the mid. So now we need to go. I actually know this, so I'm just gonna skip to it. But let's go with something that's. I'd say running 2. Running 2 is, we go further back so I don't do the heat, is +6. Right, running 2 is +6. This is +6, right? So this is the frame trap. Can I step after this? No. I cannot step after this. If it was +5, I can step. So I know that when the opponent, so it's Claudio, is +6, I cannot step back 3. Back 3 when I'm +6 is unsteppable. If I was to do, while we're into down forward 3, which is that one extra frame being 14 frames instead of the 13 frame, I can sidestep because it's that one extra frame. So I know that whenever I am at -6 as the defending character, I cannot step Claudio's mid check. The rules are different on crouch for some reason. For some reason, you can step at 6, but you can't step at 7. So if I was to do sidestep 4 into back 3, I can step. I don't think back 3 came out then. Okay. Oh, you can, but it's practice mode, isn't it? Yeah. You can step, it's different on crouch for some reason. So in crouch, you can step at +6, but you can't step at +7. So if I was to do like up forward 3 on hit, you can't step. So I think the frame difference is by 1. So now that we know that it's the +6 in standing is when you cannot step the to the weak side of the character's most quick neutral mid check. This is where you want to implement stuff when you're going minus. So if you was to do back 1 on block is -5. So that means if this Claudio player checked with back 3, you can step around it. If you was to do down 4, -4, you can step around it. If you was to do down to 2, -1, you can step around it. If you was to do back 3, -4, step around it. Down forward 1, you can step around it. Now this doesn't mean that the opponent can't use a homing move, but now you know that when the opponent does something that is +6, +5, +4, +3, you know, any of that stuff, you can sidestep the following option. An example would be this. The opponent's going to go +4, sidestep left, launch. So I know it's going to be different for every single character, but I'd say go into practice mode like I've just done. Figure out what which way you need to sidestep the character. Obviously, if you watch my labbing videos, I tell you which way you need to step every single character anyway. And then when you learn the frames of that character, obviously we know Claudio very well. When Claudio is +5 on anything, you can always step his neutral mids. If he's +6 after wild running 2, you cannot step back 3. If they're using down forward 3 or another running 2 or forward 4 or anything that's not homing, you can step. But we always work on the fastest mid check move. That's not like a I-12 linear. Fastest 13 frame mid check move is what you should always work up against. So I'd say when you do anything from the ranges of +1, which would be back 4-1 on block, to -5, such as back 1, you can sidestep left if you are expecting your opponent to do the fastest mid check possible, which would be for us back 3. So yeah, that's how you figure out when and how you sidestep is learn the frames for Claudio. If it's standing block, anything -5 to 0, always step to the left. That doesn't mean you have to. I'm just saying that you can, because sometimes they're just going to do like this into this, and then if you're doing that, you're going to get hit. But if you're working on, obviously sidestep is never foolproof. If you're wanting to work on it, always check the character, fast 13 frame neutral mid poke, which way they're weak, and how many frames you have until you can sidestep it. So for Claudio, up to 5 frames. On the 6th frame, you cannot step the neutral move. So figure out what moves. -5, -4, -3. Have we got any? -2, -1, 0. All can be sidestep to the left. So that's it for the movement. Again, work on the backdash. The inputs that I showed you gradually get quicker and quicker. It may look terrible at the start because you're just trying to get used to that motion. It will pick up. It's annoying. I know it takes a long time. It will pick up. And then into the practice mode. If you're struggling now to step against certain characters, figure out what character, which way you step that character, and at what frames you can step. I imagine it's pretty much similar for all. I'm going to go around 5 frames that you can sidestep stuff. So when we've got tools like back 3, back 1, down forward 3, 2, you know, all this stuff, 1, 2. When you're playing against Claudio, sidestepping left is very, very strong. But that's when you should be sidestepping. If you're at like -9, -8, you should not be sidestepping. You like just hold back, when you're like, and then I wouldn't always sidestep either. Sometimes just holding back because you know, or interrupting if you know they're going to do a slow homing move to stop you from doing that. But yeah, that's it for the movement. I hope you learned something. I hope it helps you progress up the ranks. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take care.